So, guys, today we're looking at solutions. Today is all about solutions and solving equations. So if you look up here, we've got our objective. Students are going to be able to solve quadratic equations algebraically and graphically. Okay, so we're going to be able to do it by hand, using algebra, and also by looking at the calculator and graphing it. And then we're going to be able to explain our process and critique others. Okay, to kind of see, did they do it right? Is there an error here? What can we do to fix it? All right, so that's the goal for today. And let's dive in. Here we go. I'm going to set some things up for you, though, to start. And this is going to be a little bit different, but this is a way for us to kind of give you some feedback as you're working. And I'm going to leave this up here, this top part. It's not where you're working, but this is what it means. If we give you a blue little block, okay, so I have these different colored blocks, and me and Ms. Harris will be walking around and giving you these throughout the day. If we give you a blue one, that means the work that we see on your paper or on your board, you made a calculation error. Okay, that calculation error, that means like I did 3 plus 5 and I wrote down that it was 7. I was in a rush and I wrote down, what's 3 plus 5? 8. Now you knew what you were doing. You meant to do the right thing. You just made a little error, a calculation error. Okay, so if you get a blue one, it matches that color, right? Blue. So you made an error. You need to go back and look, wait, where did I make that error? And so you can find that. If we give you a red one means there's more of a process error. It's a bigger thing. Like if I was solving this equation, 3x plus 4 equals 9, how do I move the 4 over? We subtract. Well, this person added 4 and got 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay? 9 plus 4 is 13, but you shouldn't be adding there. That's a process error. Okay? So that means if we give you a red one, you need to go back. I did something the wrong way. I messed up here. And so you're going to be talking to people as well, explaining what you did, kind of critiquing others. And as you do that, if we hear that the talk isn't very good, we're going to leave a green chip by you, okay, or green block. If you get that green one, that means your talk isn't good enough. We got to ramp it up a little bit. Maybe the language isn't real good. It's not very deep, or we're just not saying much. Okay, so we're going to give you a lot of feedback through today. It's new stuff, and so this will be good for you to kind of get that feedback right away. Okay, we're going to start with these two here. Now, these two should look familiar. You did this a lot last year. Just solving two-step equations is what it is. We're trying to get the x by itself. Okay, so I want you to solve these two, number 1 and 2. And your boards today, you can write on the boards. That is fine. I'm good with that. That's easier for us to see. And you'll see some multiple choice questions. And I definitely want you to do the multiple choice ones on the board. Put the letter there so we can immediately see, yes, you got it, no, you didn't. Which one are you on? Number 4. Now, what do we need to divide by? You're right. We need to divide. What's in front of the x squared? What's being multiplied? The 2. So we got to divide by 2.
Do we put the square root of 4?
That's right. Okay. Let's do a little stand up, hand up, pair up. So you're going to go high five somebody from a different table, and you got 12 seconds to make it. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number off 1 and 2. I'll let y'all do that. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. 1 needs to be a 1. 1 needs to be a 2. 3, 2, 1. Okay, raise your hand if you're a 1 in your group. If you're the 1. 1. Okay. 1s, you're going to go first. I'll have you go first. You're going to walk through number 4, okay? Now, I want you to explain your process, what you did. Be very detailed. Everything you did, step by step. And then, as they finish, number 2s, don't jump down to the next problem. You have to respond. You have to respond back to them, okay? So this is going to be things like, I agree with you because blank, or I disagree because of this, or I might have looked at this a little bit differently. Here's what I did, and you kind of critique and respond back to them. So that's what we're looking for as you go through them. When they've done that, when number 2s you've responded and you've done that, then they jump down to number 5.
There'd be two answers. He said that one would be x squared will equal 2, and then another x squared would equal a negative 2. And he did subtracting, and that's how we did the other 2.
Nice. Good deal.
So, hi. So if you divide both sides by 4, what's 64 divided by 4?
Yeah, you can use it. That's fine. Good explanation, Obi.